Call of Duty World War II, as we've all heard by now, brings the series back to its boots-on-the-ground roots. We already know its first map pack's release date, the length of the campaign, and what multiplayer gameplay looks like, but is the game any good? Thankfully, with the shooter now out worldwide, reviews have started to go live. GameSpot's own Call of Duty World War II review in progress awarded the game a provisional 910. We're waiting to test the game on public servers before we give our final verdict, but you can check out our thoughts so far below. We've also collected a bunch of other critics' reviews for you to read. Alternatively, check out Metacritic. Game Call of Duty Wii developer publisher Sledgehammer Activision platforms PS4, Xbox One, PC release date out no price US $60 £50 or $100 GameSpot 910 review in progress. Ultimately, if every shooter set in the European theater of World War II is measured by how it depicts its D-Day landing, assuming it has such a mission, Call of Duty World War II emphatically succeeds in its impactful designs and delivery. The sensation of riding the troop carrier as it approached the beach filled me with depression more than dread, knowing I'd survive eventually while many of my surrounding brothers in arms wouldn't. While not equally emotional, this battle's reinterpretation in war mode proves to be a highlight in a superb suite of competitive modes. Zombies rounds off this stellar return to form, effectively blending the ferocity of online cooperative play with the goal-driven satisfaction of found in the campaign. As one of the most comprehensive and filler-free Call of Duties in recent memory, Call of Duty World War II successfully capitalizes on the series' strengths. Miguel Concepcion full review. Polygon no score review in progress. The prospect of a modern take on World War II is an exciting one. What would the last 10 years of gameplay, graphical and storytelling advancement bring to scenes that we've already experienced? Unfortunately, the Call of Duty World War II campaign is not up to the task, falling into rote cliches and overly familiar territory. While it returns to the era of classic Call of Duty, it neither captures the surprise of the early games nor the ambition of modern entries. Rather than serve as a reboot, Call of Duty World War II is more of a redundancy. Russ Frushtick full review. Game Informer 8.7510. While the campaign fails to provide a compelling tale and is often bogged down in an interesting large-scale slaughter, Call of Duty Wii nails its multiplayer, new social hub, and zombie modes to provide the back-to-boot-on-the-ground experience fans have clamored for since the first foray into space. Daniel Tack full review. Games Radar 45. For moment to moment, though, the campaign is solid, unwavering fun with some great set pieces and moments. Taking a step back really exposes the single player as a collection of good levels and ideas strung together, rather than a narrative. The experience overall, though, is good, and, with such an enjoyable and varied multiplayer offering, everything ultimately balances out. Leon Hurley full review. With Telegraph 45. It's a Neapolitan ice cream of shooters, essentially, with 3 very different flavors squashed together in a single serving. They're not always complimentary. It's hard to reconcile the fact that you've got a former Doctor Who shouting twat at Nazi zombies in the same game as a haunting glimpse of history's worst genocide. Still, between its moments of good taste and a mode that's more bad taste, it hits a consistently high standard, and though it's mostly riffing on ideas we've seen before, it manages to make several of them its own. The series' dwindling popularity has proved a tough nut to crack for its publisher in recent years. COD World War II proves that maybe a Sledgehammer really is the right tool for the job. Chris Schelling full review.